Hey y'all, coming back at you. Um, hey guys. Just wanted to talk about celibacy or staying single or chastity, or I don't know what you'd like to call it. But I kind of wish I kind of wish I listened to the, adults in my life when I was a teenager, because I would have probably saved myself from a whole lot of heartbreak and heartache, and I would have known myself a little better. I've been celibate for at least 4 coming up to 5 months now. It doesn't actually feel like I've been celibate, which is really strange. It just feels like, I lie, I've been celibate for 4 months. Um, yeah, it doesn't really feel like I've been celibate for that long. It feels like I've been celibate for a week. And the funny thing is, I don't crave sex. There's these times where I'm like horny and I'm just like, and then I have a dream and this cute guy is just coming up at me. But once I wake up and life hits, you realize there's more important things, more arousing things that can get you that feeling. And strangely enough, not like when I'm horny I scratch my head or whatever, but an itch in a really strange and particular place that's like tingling feels just like having reaching orgasm, if you can say so. But I don't usually feel horny. I think I've had the incident once, and I've come to realize that me feeling horny coexists with, my ovulation. There are times, and it's like my body's telling me, like, if you have sex now, you'll get pregnant. And that's when I get horny. But other than that, I'm fine. When I'm in my period, after I've had my period, I don't give a shit about, sorry to swear, I don't really care about sex. But yeah, I wanted to come up and just say, I wish I'd listened. I wish I'd listened, because already in these 4 months of being a celibate, I have learned so much. It's so strange. I never thought you would gain this with, being celibate, but now I realize it's almost like losing a sense and gaining another sense when it comes to that. Like, I've lost the desire to have sex. And not because of I don't want to have sex, but because I believe there's a God, and honestly, I don't think he wants me to have sex outside of marriage. So that has brought a lot of peace. Actually, just listening to that has brought a lot of peace. I mean, a lot of peace. Like, I can sleep now. Okay. But the other thing is, like, self-value. I never thought I would gain self-value from saying no. I've gained self-value. I know what I want. I know who I want. And even though I've got a list, he must have either ginger hair or blonde hair. I know people like ginger what, but that's just my type. He must have ginger hair or blonde hair, and he has to have hazel eyes. That's the guys that I like. I like them chubby. I like them with a little bit of fat. I like them type of guys. And it's so funny that, like, now when sex isn't in the question, sex is not part of the question, I could look at a type of guy like that and go, yeah, you're cute. And then the question pops up in my head: will he respect your decision to stay abstinent till marriage? Will he even want to marry you? And then you start to realize that he's good to look at. He's like that dress that you can't afford, but you can look at. He's just like that. And there's no point in wasting time, valuable, precious time, There's no point in wasting your time, basically. And I feel so empowered. I feel so empowered choosing to be abstinent. I look at certain guys now, like certain movies I look at, and the guys ripped. Ooh, ripped. And before I would be like crazy, like craving them, like, I want you. Now I'm just like, dude, you're doing too much, okay? Too much. Sim it down a little bit. That's how I feel about guys who are just ripped. I'm just like, you're doing way too much. Sim it down a little bit, okay? And it's really, really weird how everything's gone, how everything is. It's just so weird. And honestly speaking, I know as a teenager or as a young adult or as a 20-something-year-old, it's hard to consider something as major as not having sex. But I believe if you're a girl, honestly, the best thing you could possibly do for yourself is to say no to sex. Say no to sex, because then you immediately find out the type of people you're dealing with. Like if you're dating a guy and you're just dating and, you know, you can tell whether he's like genuine or if he's just like, I want to get into your pants. You can tell. And straight off, it depends on really if you're attracted to him or whatever. But if you say no to sex and you're still attracted to him, then you have a chance of actually knowing the person for the person. You know, not knowing the person for what you think they are, but knowing the person for the person of who they are, what they are right in front of you. And that's what I've come to realize, like, I admire that. I admire the fact that now I can make a choice based on what I see, not what I think what I want to see. And that has come really with really choosing not to have sex before marriage. Even though I'm not a virgin. Anyways, that's not your business. But yeah, I've dated a couple of guys, and it's like something in you tells you that this isn't what I want. This isn't what is needed for me. This isn't where I'm gonna find growth. Something inside of you tells you, and that happens a lot. Like, I mean, that happens when you're quiet enough and you're quiet enough and you're respectful of yourself. You start to understand yourself. You start to understand what ticks, what works, you start to understand things. And I really think as girls, maybe we should follow this whole idea of no sex before marriage. Because it really protects us. It really protects us. It stops us from falling in with our emotions and leaving our logic behind. Because now we're forced to use our logic. Because sex is not on the table. Something that will make us emotional is no longer on the table. So we're forced to use our logic. I would say, yeah, I was celibate during Valentine's Day, which is strange because for the last 3-4 years I haven't been single on Valentine's Day. But it was so relaxing, especially when you just close the door on the whole day. It was so relaxing to find out that you're on love day with yourself, loving yourself, allowing yourself to be loved by yourself. Like, there's something powerful about that. There's something amazing about that. And it's, from personal experience, I would much rather spend Valentine's Day on my own than spend it with a dude who might not be doing enough. And my emotions are overcompensating for the truth. But I say honestly, if you're a girl, consider it, think about it, try it out. It's just like being a vegetarian, really. If you don't like it, obviously you can quit, but Try it out. It will really help you.